It's all about you, ladies. A few more tips. This is video number 2 of sharing the Heart of Caregiving. Sonia Morrison here. So be sure to set limits and do your own good self-care when you're being a caregiver for someone. That's really important. Use good judgment and do prevent versus punish any miscommunication or any difficulty. So for accuracy, you can always assess respirations while taking the pulse. And just a bit of information, there's 2 lobes in the left side of the chest instead of 3 to make room for the heart. And the stethoscope could freeze or crack if you left it in high temperatures or cold temperatures. And the heart sounds are heard best when the person's sort of leaning forward, and when they're seated, that helps. Or if they're not able to be seated, then laying on their turned on their left side is best, and because that brings the heart closer to the surface where you're listening. And it works a lot better for you to hear the sound without extra sounds if you don't let the tubing touch on anything. And you can use the middle and ring fingers, the pads. That's what you want to check the pulse on. The wrist is with the pads of the fingers, not with the thumb, because it has its own pulse. And you can check one carotid pulse at a time. Don't do both of them at once because you'll cut the circulation off for the person and they could faint, especially if they have a low heartbeat. And the first time you take a baseline pulse, if it's irregular or if they have a pacemaker, then you want to count the beats for a full minute. The pulse should not be taken with the thumb, again, because it has its own pulse. And the heart pumps oxygenated blood to the lungs from the right side to the left side, and then the left side of the heart pumps the oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. This is just little bits of nursing tips that I thought you might enjoy. And when you need to retake the blood pressure, wait at least 2 minutes in between the readings. And bowel sounds range from an average of 5 to 35 in 1 minute. And you can prevent urinary infections by keeping the drainage bag below the level of the bladder at all times. And you can convert Celsius to Fahrenheit by multiplying 1.8 and adding 32. I think that's it for tonight. Have a good one. Bye-bye.